So, was that a case of sort of grinding it out more as much as anything tonight?
I think that was his problem, Gary. I didn't think we did enough grinding.
Yeah.
I thought first half, when you're just trying to go around the team and flick passes and, committing some errors that we did, I thought when we got direct a little bit, that's when we looked most dangerous. Yeah. I am going to credit the opposition because I think they held us up over the goal line a number of times, came up with some tremendous last-ditch tackles, did that with 12 men and made it really, really hard. But I do think, when you're talking about grind, I think, the try we conceded before half-time, on the stroke of half-time, that's not grinding anybody. That's just rubbish.
Yeah.
So, look, I thought it were hard to watch for us. I thought there were a lot of really scruffy, poor periods, interjected with enough good stuff in there to find a way to win, really.
How much of an effect does them going down to 12 men have on your boys?
I'm not too sure, really. I'm not too sure. I don't think, I certainly don't think in the second half it was real contrasting. I thought in the first half we tried to play around them rather than, do the tough stuff direct and through them. Then I thought in the second half when they had 12 men and we wanted a bit of ball movement, we got a little bit too one out and, didn't really play anywhere near enough from his own end. But I think you'll see in there some pretty ordinary brain explosions too, Gary. But look, we're talking up in the coach's box before we're done, how we process this one. Do we get him in for video tomorrow and hit him over the head with a baseball bat? There's a couple of school of thoughts at the moment. It's still the first game for most of them players after a cup final. We got 4 or 5 boys backing up as well. So, we just need to work out what's the best plan of action. I felt as attack a little bit. I felt the only sort of serious week's training we've had preparation-wise has been for the Wigan game. I just felt as attack ebbing away a fraction, over the last couple of weeks, really. So I think, we need to find some time in that to, re-establish a few principles that have served us pretty well for most of the season.
Are we at the stage of the season where not just your boys, but pretty much every team is just get the season done and finished?
No. We we're excited by what's in front of us. We know it's going to be difficult with a volume and frequency of the games, but now we've got a bunch of boys that are really looking forward to it and probably feel like we got away with one tonight. We got away with a pretty poor performance, and I thought, we got comfortably in front and contrived to try and bring them back into the game 2 or 3 times in the space of about 10 minutes. But no, our boys are, they're a pretty together bunch. I think even in a poor performance to come through and find a way to win, that highlights they're a pretty together bunch. And we know we've got a lot better rugby league in us. We're certainly not looking for the season to be over too quick. We want to rubber stamp our place in the playoffs. If that's a top 4, top 5, top 8 or top 11.
Yeah, no matter how many in it. I'll pass you over to someone else. Thank you very much, Rich. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, Rich. He's got a name there. A 21-man squad, we reckon, in about 14 hours' time. Did everyone get through tonight? Any injury problems that you know of at this stage?
No, at this stage, I don't know, Pete. I've obviously done TV interviews and come straight in here, mate. I just had 2 minutes with boys, so they could sing the song. But off the top of my head, mate, no, I don't think we got too many problems.
Well, you described it as rubbish. What were your thoughts with that sort of brain explosion right on half time?
Did I describe it as rubbish? The try before half time?
Yeah, the try before half time, yeah.
Well, I thought it was rubbish, Pete. I thought to put a shallow bomb up like that and pat it back and nobody try and pick up the scraps. I just thought it were absolute rubbish. I think if we pass the ball with a chance of scoring, I just haven't got a clue what we're doing, putting shallow bombs up and trying to bat them back to each other. That, to me, Pete, if you're a rugby league novice, you would think conceding a try like that on half time is absolute rubbish. I'm not right sure the description of that is really warranted. In-depth description of what went wrong is really warranted. I just thought it was rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Okay, thanks, Rich.
Cheers.
Hi, Rich. What did you make of the red card?
I didn't spend too much time looking at it, if I'm honest. Yeah, you know, you can't do that. Whether it's a red card or not, I ain't real sure, mate. I ain't real sure. But I say I didn't sort of spend too much time rewinding it. You know, the guys, the analyst who's got a headset in and head and says he's going to get a red card, which, you know, we were just more thinking about what happened next for us rather than looking at the referee's decision on it. But it didn't look too much in it for me, to be honest.
And I know you said the win was ugly and scruffy, but they do say that good sides win when they're not at the best. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but does it give you a bit of satisfaction that you've won winning that way, or not really at all?
I think in the bigger picture, you know, right now in the aftermath of the game, Matt, when you're collecting your thoughts and you're planning for a performance and you're assessing it, I think we'll look back on some some ordinary stuff we did in there. But I did think, you know, over the big picture, I thought for long periods we actually didn't defend too bad. I thought the manner in which we conceded a couple of tries, as I said, were really, really poor. You know, even the first one. Now, I thought Richard just missed his assignment as a fullback, basically, and reacted way too slow from the play the ball. But I thought it were interjected with some, you know, to come from behind, like we did late on. I think you have got to sort of say, well, you know, we have got that in us. And that is a good sign, Matt. You know, it's easy to get bogged down in a game when it's not going right and to lose your way and not get back on track. But, you know, as I said, we got back enough to have enough points in us.
Cheers, Rich.
Cheers.
Rich, just wondering how disappointed you are that, you know, the fans couldn't be here to see that, because it was a proper derby, wasn't it?
I'm trying to work out what reaction do get. Sometimes you think your own reaction is how they're feeling, but we've had a couple of close ones, haven't we, recently? In fact, we've had 3 or 4 close ones all year, what have been down to, you know, the odd point or a late try or a late score and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure they all enjoyed it watching it at home. And I think, you know, from Castleford's point of view, they'll be really proud of the effort that they got with 12 men. You know, 100% they will. And I think from ours, as you say, we got some circumstances around it. But I'm just pleased that we managed to dig ourselves out of a tricky situation, which it was at one stage.
And just obviously, shallow bombs aside, Cameron Smith obviously didn't play at Wembley, and Bodine Thompson couldn't play at Wembley. But the reaction from those players has been good. You know, that you can see that they've not allowed that to affect them, that they missed out on a big day.
It's a difficult one. Obviously, Bodine couldn't play. Look, I think Bodine's been a really good addition for us. I couldn't speak highly enough about him as a professional. You know, his attitude is first class. He looks after his body in a first class way. The influence that he's already having on the young kids in the place is an absolutely brilliant one. And we've dropped on lucky. You know, we've got a super professional in there. For the young guys, Tommy Allroyd missed out, Jack Walker missed out, Cameron Smith missed out. You know, to name a few. Really difficult for him, Matt. Difficult for me. Not that I'm that's my job, and I have to unfortunately deliver news like that sometimes. But he took a bit of the shine off of the week for me, and seeing a couple of boys hurt as much as they were. You know, the reality of it is it's never easy, and it's very, very hard for those boys to, you know, to manage that news that week and sort of get past it. But you know, they're both young boys that are tremendous players and with massive futures in front of them, and I'm pretty confident they'll get opportunities to play in big games and big finals, and they're both set for, you know, really good careers, and hopefully they'll be stronger for it. I once had to leave Danny out of a Wembley team at Hull FC. He got his own back when Hull beat Warrington when we were on the staff there, and he made that tackling last minute, and he ended up, I think he got Man of Steel that year too. So Danny's a real indicator, or so, you know, a real example, sorry, just as Danny Maguire and Kevin Sinfield are, that, you know, if you deal with it in the right way, generally, you know, the game has its way of repaying you down the track.